Hey, how you doing? Coffee and chatter. I'm gonna try something new here. Normally, I will attempt to read from a document. I usually post my thoughts on a blog, and then I'll use that as a document with a little addition to make my videos. Today, I'm gonna try off the cuff. Extempore. I like that word. It means off the cuff. I have some notes, but okay, so I'm going to talk about some financial stuff, especially um, what's going on in the last couple of days has been interesting to me with cryptocurrencies. So let me start here. So Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the most well-known cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies. I don't even know how many there are. I, you know, tens of tens? Are there hundreds? I don't know. Bitcoin, I think, began in about September of 2014. So it was at $300, and from there, okay. So here I'm going to read from these notes because I marked this stuff down. By March 9th, 2017, Bitcoin was around $1,000. By the end of the year, December, it was at $19,000. It settled there, and by March of 2020, it had dropped to 6,000. And then it took off. In April 21, it was 60,000. So that was its high. It reached 60 grand. And then it collapsed. By May of 2021, a month later, it had almost been cut in half. It was down at 35K. It actually cratered in July at 32K. So it had been at 60,000 and it cratered down to 32,000. Interesting. I began to become interested in it. It was a little hard to understand, so I was trying to figure it out. Now, what has brought this added interest on is by the end of August, Bitcoin had climbed back to 50K. What's going on, right? It pulled back a little bit in September, dropped down to about 42, and then there it goes, took off. In a month, it had reached its all-time new high of about 66K. And it's backed off a little of that. But on Tuesday, the stock market got involved with an ETF, exchange traded fund. All right, so now I'm gonna do a little bit on the ETFs. What are ETFs? So ETFs, my understanding, my best on, and I've owned a number of ETFs, bought and sold them. It's different than a stock in the sense that, like say a gold ETF. I've owned a couple gold ETFs. What they do now, some of them might own the actual physical shares or the gold itself, and then what they do is they track the gold price, and you essentially, I guess it's like kind of like a gamble. Where's gold going to go? So they divide the share. They sell shares basically just like the stock market. So you can buy 100 shares of a gold ETF. One that I bought was GDXJ, which I used to call GDX Junior because there was a GDX and then GDXJ was kind of like a 2X, meaning that it gave you a double bang. Gold went up, you got kind of like a double up. If gold went down, you got a double down. It was a little more volatile, but gold was moving at the time. And there's a number of there's also commodities. So how do you own a commodity? Hey, I want to invest in coffee. Well, how you do that is you buy a coffee ETF. Joe, J-O. And it tracks the price of coffee. And you can buy shares in the stock market. Now, what has happened? Well, Bitcoin has gone to an ETF, exchange traded fund. Now, I don't know whether that fund, I don't know what the deal is with the fund. Does it actually own the Bitcoin, or is it an index? Uh, but it opened the other day, Tuesday, at about $43. So, you want to own Bitcoin? You can buy Bitcoin. You can open up an account with a cryptocurrency. I use Coinbase and Robinhood. Why do I have two? Because they don't all offer the same cryptos. I had opened up a Coinbase account, and then I wanted to buy Dogecoin, which was very cheap. Tesla had mentioned it, and it kind of took off. But Coinbase didn't offer it, so I opened up a Robinhood account. Robinhood offered it, so I bought some Dogecoin. Now, you don't have to buy a $60,000 Bitcoin share from a cryptocurrency account. You can buy, you can say, hey, I want to buy $1,000 worth. So you get some 1/64th of it, whatever it is, right? So that's one way of buying Bitcoin. But if you don't want to get involved in the cryptocurrency market and you don't want to open up an account and do all that's involved there, you can buy now the ETF at $43, and it'll track Bitcoin. I bought some. I expect it to go up. Now, so we got ETFs, right? Precious metals, or there's ETFs for precious metals too. You don't have to own gold. You can buy an ETF. Now, the difference is I've bought some precious metals in my 401 and eventually took possession, paid the tax, took it out of the 401. If we ever have the need to have gold or silver on hand, it ain't going to do any good in a vault somewhere, where then you have to try to get it, and that's the downfall to me of the stock market, the cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are digital, right? I mean, just look at a fiat currency, the dollar bill. The dollar bill wavers. I mean, what's the dollar bill based on? Nothing anymore. Just the goodwill of America and how the rest of the world looks at America. We keep printing it, though, with nothing behind it, and we keep devaluing it. So, likewise, so cryptocurrency is a digital currency. And here's the concern I have over that. If the electric grid goes down or the internet goes down, you don't have access to number one, the stock market. Now, you can call these people up, and hopefully companies are still in business, so you still own stock in them. But cryptocurrencies, they exist strictly in the digital world. Now, they have these things called wallets. So this is what came up. Initially, wallet, I didn't know what the wallet was. I looked into it. Here's the thing about the wallet. And I have a couple, but I haven't used them. Basically, I've bought crypto strictly for investment, so I don't need a wallet. I'm not trying to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Tesla came out and said, hey, we're going to take Bitcoin, and that gave Bitcoin a bump up. You want to buy a Tesla? We'll accept Bitcoin. You don't have to give us cash. We'll do Bitcoin. How do you do that? Well, you have to have a wallet, right? If you only have it in an account, like I do, say a Coinbase account, you can't send that to Tesla. You have to basically transfer that into cash, into your bank account. You say, hey, I want to sell my Bitcoin. Now transfer the money into my bank account, and then I'm going to pay Tesla. On the other hand, if you have a wallet where you put that Bitcoin, you can essentially send that to Tesla. and get your buy your car. Unfortunately, with the wallet, now there's the glitch with the wallet. Strictly digital, and it's got a key. You can have it right here on your cell phone, right? But you better remember the key. There's already instances where there's this one guy, was the big story. He bought some Bitcoin, and when it was cheap, and suddenly, now, like, hey, the guy's cash Bitcoin rich, except he forgot his key, and it was in a wallet. If I forget my password and I can't get into Coinbase, I can get a hold of Coinbase. You've done it yourself. Oh man, what's my password? Forgot password. Okay, who are you? Email. What's your social security number? Who are you? What's your phone? Okay, we're going to send you a link. And then you click this link and you can change your password. So I can get back into Coinbase and get my money. You lose your key is yours. So if you decide to put all your crypto in a wallet, and then you make a software key or whatever, and you forget that key, you ain't getting into that wallet. And that's what happened to this guy. He bought Bitcoin when it was reasonably priced. Suddenly he had, boom, I got a lot of money. He forgot his key. He tried to log in, wrong key. You have 2 more chances. He tried again, wrong key. You have 1 more chance. Now, he stopped. But essentially, he might as well try it again, because not knowing the money's there, okay, and he still has 1 chance. But what's the chance he's ever going to remember that key? Apparently, he doesn't know what the key is. He didn't write it down, whatever the case. So, and that happened to me. When I first opened up my account, I said, oh, a wallet? Yeah. Now, I didn't put any money into it, but I said, oh, okay, the wallet. And then I saw this page that said, all right, here's your key. Oh, okay. I didn't think about it. I thought I could access it again. Well, when I went back to access it again, it said, okay, what's your key? Well, I didn't record it. So suddenly that wallet was locked. Now, there was nothing in it, but I opened up another wallet and I recorded the key. Now, if I want to put money into that wallet, I know the key. It's stored somewhere. Okay, I'm back. Some glitch there. Anyway, so I have a couple wallets if I choose to use them. But so why do you need a wallet, right? Why do you need a wallet? For me, I don't need a wallet. I'm using it for investment. If I want to, I own Ethereum. If I say, hey, I want to get rid of my Ethereum, I want to get Bitcoin. Well, I just log on to Coinbase and either say, hey, buy Bitcoin with my Ethereum assets. Or I can sell Ethereum and transfer it over to US dollars in my account. And I can either take that money and transfer it to my bank account or leave it there until I like the price of Bitcoin, and I can buy Bitcoin. Or I can do the direct, trade Ethereum for Bitcoin. Now, if I wanted to buy something from a company that accepted cryptocurrency, I'd need a wallet. That's, so for me, if someone has a lot of crypto and they're using it for that purpose, well, then you get a wallet. And you better remember the keys, because that's going away if you forget it. Anyway, so that's a wallet. What's a wallet good for? If you want to take, if I want to take, so my Coinbase account and my Robinhood account are separate. Never the twain shall meet. But if I want to take what I own in Coinbase and what I own in Robinhood and kind of put it all together, I have some Ethereum, I have some Ethereum Classic, I have $6. When I opened up my Coinbase account, they gave me $5 as a bonus worth of Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin was selling at the time, now it's worth $6.50 or so. So I have $6.50 of Bitcoin. I have some Dogecoin or Dogecoin, whatever you want to call it. I have some Litecoin. So if I want it all together, I get a wallet and I move it all into my wallet. All right? Don't forget the key. But I don't need to do that because I don't use it for legal tender, essentially. I don't buy anything. It's strictly it's essentially like what I do in the stock market. It's there for investment purposes. If I need the money, I sell it. If I need, if I ever had it, I don't have enough cryptocurrencies to use it as a legal tender. I mean, I probably have about $1,500 to $2,000. I think I started with, and I invested all my grandkids. I have 6 grandkids, so I, open up an account in each of their parents' names and put $100, $105 in them. Bought some Ethereum. So hopefully that's gonna, and if I get a little more money that I have, a little extra money, I say, hey, let me pump this into my grandkids' account, for the future, basically. I'm not going to give them cash because it's worthless. I've given them precious metals. So they have precious metals. I mean, when I look at the future and say, hey, someday my grandkid he's not going to hold up, oh, look at this Lego set my grandpop gave me. No, he's going to say, hey, look at these 20 Silver Eagles my grandpop gave me that year. Now what am I going to do with them now that they're double the price? So that's that. So there we have, we have the ETFs. The precious metals. To me, the precious metals, if everything collapses, that might be the only, commodities. What are you going to, the whole thing about money is it's got to be fungible and portable, right? In other words, if I own a piece of land that is estimated at $100,000, I can't take it anywhere. If I can't find someone to buy it where it is, it's worthless if I need to get out. But if I have, 10 gold coins or 100 gold coins, I can take them with me and then get to my new place and say, hey, I like that gun. Would you take this gold coin for it? All right. So it's got to be portable. Now, precious metals fulfill that. Other commodities might fulfill it. Hey, but how much, people might want corn. Hey, you got a bushel of corn? I'll take that. But how much corn can you carry around with you if you need to travel? If you're set in one place, yeah, you have a farm, you grow corn, you can trade that. Typically, if you're on a road, the only thing I can think of that's going to be worth trading is going to be a precious metal. If people still have, confidence in, hey, gold, people have traded gold for thousands of years. The digital market's going to be dead. If the internet goes down, if the grid goes down, you're going to use backup. Maybe they have battery backup. Why is the grid down? How long is the grid going to be down? What happened to my money that was in Bitcoin? Where is it? Even if you have it here, you still gotta have access to. It's somewhere. It's not in your phone, right? The key is in your phone, but you got to be able to communicate with other people. So, we talked about wallets. We talked about ETFs. We talked about precious metals. At this point, so here's the thing about Bitcoin and what got my interest up again. They were essentially ready to bury Bitcoin. DOA. It had collapsed to half its price, and everybody was gainsaying it, except certain people like Tesla. And suddenly, all of a sudden, Bitcoin's back, and all the other cryptos are following suit. To me, it's just as I said in my first video on cryptocurrencies, it's a way of saying, hey, shove it to the man. I don't want your fiat currency. I got my own fiat currency. If we're going to have fiat currencies, I don't want one that the government is manipulating daily. We'll have our own fiat currency that we control. I mean, crypto is a fiat. There's nothing behind it. There's nothing behind Bitcoin. If you had an actual Bitcoin, I don't know if they have them or not. I've seen pictures that look like they do, but hey, that's worth $60,000. Why? Only because somebody says it is, and has confidence in it, and is willing to sell you a Tesla car for it. You give me a Bitcoin, I'll give you a Tesla. So Bitcoin was, they were ready to bury it, and suddenly it's back. So, what do I think about that? Well, I'm glad I'm invested in it. We'll see where it goes. I bought 125 shares of the ETF. Because I had it. All right, so I already have an account, a stock account, and what I did was I dumped some of my stocks that I had, and I bought BITO as the ETF for Bitcoin. I bought 125 shares at 42 something dollars a share, and I'll see where it goes. I mean, what am I going to get if I wanted to buy Bitcoin? I would have to have actual cash, put it in my account, whether Coinbase or Robinhood, and then buy Bitcoin and see what happens. It's easier for me at this point, just because of what I have on hand, to go into my what's left in my 401, what I haven't transferred out. I still have, when I retired, I left some money in my 401, and I've been self-managing it and doing pretty well. So I said, okay, let me dump this, and let me dump this, and let me buy BITO, Bitcoin ETF, and let's see what happens to it. Hey, look, here's the thing. So Bitcoin, what did I say it hit when it maxed out? 50K or something? 60K. It hit 60K and it collapsed. Now it's back. It hit 66K. Now it's down to 62 right now. But the other day, when it started to go up, people were saying, hey, Bitcoin can go to 85K. I just read something today where they're saying there's no reason Bitcoin can't go to 100K. So, what do? I buy the ETF. Say, because the ETF's going to track it. It's cheaper. It's more manageable for me. And it doesn't involve additional cash that I have to plow somewhere. It's already there. I just sold off some stuff that I had that I looked and said, it's not doing too good. It hasn't done what I thought it would do. Let me get rid of this, and let's see what this does. All right. I think I've exhausted this this topic. So I'll try to put this together and get it posted. All right, thanks for listening. See you.